Hello, everyone. Welcome to Much Review About Nothing. And on this episode, we're doing our very first future review, I believe is what we're calling it.
So a future review is where we talk about a movie that isn't out. It's pretty self-explanatory. We've already watched the trailer. We pre-watched it, and we're just going to kind of talk about it, and we'll probably give our review score. So our review score is we're trying to be as accurate as possible that we think the movie's going to get on Rottentomatoes. I think should we have a critic review score, an audience review score, or just one and see if it matches up with either of them?
I say we go for double. We can do it like this. We can first put ourselves in the mindset of a critic,
And then
or the audience. Critic, shallow, mean-spirited. Audience members, stupid, easily led.
a sheep,
Yeah.
We're better than both those, aren't we?
Yes.
Because we haven't seen the movie, so we're an unbiased source.
We belong in the third group of people who criticize it without seeing it. There's the three groups right here.
It's the galaxy brain
Yeah.
member of the group. Okay, so today we're discussing Uglydolls.
Right, and this one's pretty recent, isn't it? The trailer and all
Extremely
that?
recent, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, off just the trailer itself, lip syncing is really weird for the trailer. I think it has something to do with the song.
Well, it's not the lip sync, it's the fact that, like, the person in the song is kind of singing their heart out, but the character is kind of just, their mouth is moving as if they were just talking normally, which is why it looks so weird.
Right, I think even normal talking was a little bit off for me. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just...
Maybe it's their mouth shapes.
Or just
Could be.
the trailer was done wrong. I don't know, maybe the movie
Is
is...
this a foreign film?
I don't think
it was
so.
made by like a foreign, because I know that, like, what was it? What was that polar bear movie? Nolan of the North?
Norm of the North. I
Norm.
don't think this is the case.
That was
so.
a foreign film, like, and the lip syncing was weird.
Well,
on
Uglydolls... Is that American? Because Uglydolls were... It's weird this is coming out, because Uglydolls was big, early 2000s. As the name suggests, it was a line of dolls, and they all look kind of ugly and strange, and they're really flat, and they have weird faces.
I wanted to
But in this case, sorry if I'm interrupting, but everything is really cute.
Yeah, that's what...
Everything's visually appealing. I mean, it is for kids, and it's going to be for kids, so I get that. But, like, they're not really ugly, are they?
No,
like,
they don't fit their name at all, which is what bothers me. Because the plot, I mean, you can see how this is going a mile away. In the plot, the ugly dolls all live in a village. Yeah. They're all happy. They love their weirdness. And I'm assuming a group of them somehow get separated and they end up in Perfection Town.
Right.
And we're going to learn about embracing our differences.
In a way, when I was watching that, and I noticed that they were the ones you just kind of stumbled upon, Perfectionville. In a way, maybe the Ugly Dolls are a symbolism for imperialism. I mean, they have their own kind of culture and island, but then they go to someplace else's.
That is not at all what I got for this trailer.
And then they force their own beliefs on the populace.
Hey, we're not bringing imperialism to that, so we're going to cut it out.
No.
But no, what could be, if it's not going to be, but what it could be is it's a journey. So from ugliness to perfection, they go on a journey to Perfectionville and become perfect.
So they're trying to achieve perfection?
Well, I mean, it's not going to be at all.
Well, no, there's no way.
But it could be an allegory, at least for the trailer. That's what I got, is that they're going on a journey for perfection.
Well, maybe they think they need perfection.
Well, how would they know? Because even in the trailer, they don't even know what perfection is. The word is foreign to their vocabulary.
That's true. They don't even know what it is.
So how could they go on a trip and not know it?
But that would be more interesting.
That's the journey through life. We don't know what perfection is, now do we?
Yeah.
I mean,
but they literally don't. Like, we have a understanding of the word, but they don't even have an understanding of the word.
I'm making a stupid joke. But more than likely, they're just going to go to Perfectionville, and they're going to cause trouble.
They're going to liberate it, I would imagine.
And Perfectionville is... They're going to hate him at first, and maybe some kids, like, get attached to them or whatever, and they change everybody's mind about stuff, and things become
weird
weirder or crazy.
There's kids in Perfectionville. It's like humans in Perfectionville. and they live on like this circular area that's kind of raised, and it's like they're surrounded by clouds. Am I wrong? It's like an isolated neighborhood, and everything's gray. I guess we go back to it on the trailer.
Gray's a nice color. I don't even know why they.
There's no clouds, but
I think it's a light.
Okay, wait, no, there is clouds. It's like they're up in the air, and it's just a circle of gray houses, and there's like a big kind of Franklin Lloyd Wright house and a dome with a TV screen that says "perfect" on it.
Right, and then in the circle is Leonardo da Vinci's The Man.
Yeah,
I believe that's what it's called.
The symbol of like perfect proportions, I think. Yeah,
Institute of Perfection.
Well, it's an institute. It might not even be a city. It might just be a place where...
that's true. The whole thing.
Maybe it's like a college campus.
Well, no.
Like
I feel like it is a city. Just they've stumbled upon
the institute. That's where the kids go to
the
learn.
Education.
That's why there's kids. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But there's humans in this world.
And there's Uglydolls too.
I mean, this is a great scene.
They all look. The humans all look colorful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're not. They're humans. I mean, what does that say about it, though? That
maybe it's like a fantasy world. You have like how you normally have like orcs, goblins, and elves. Here you have stuffed animals and humans.
Yeah.
But the fact that humans are the pinnacle of perfection.
Yeah, that's
do you get that a little bit?
Human supremacists.
I don't think that's intentional, but it's kind of. I know they're trying to bring a more, probably more related.
I'm just upset that they went with humans. Why didn't they just come up with the alter ego to Uglydolls? Maybe like Perfect Dolls.
Well, because
that's what I was saying, but they're trying to relate it more to us as people.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The theme is gonna be we should embrace our differences. Blah blah blah.
I would have loved the power struggle between two different dolls. Watch the stuffing fly everywhere and stuff. That would have been cool.
Oh, this is like the plot of almost
every movie that's
every
come out
third
recently.
Children's film is about like embracing
That's adorable.
your uniqueness.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
weird.
Everything is really cute. People aren't cute. I mean, I guess they are, but not in that sense. Like they're stylized and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a strange one.
Yeah, I get like an Angry Birds movie vibe too. I don't know.
Yeah, although we did see that one and we kind of liked it in a weird way. I mean, for what it was,
It was okay for what it was.
For what it was,
Yeah.
like it was okay. Could say a lot about us, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I get, yeah, it's kind of like that same style, I guess, especially with the ugly dolls themselves. But
yeah, because the ugly dolls look like the birds, kind of the way they're the way they're rigged and look and stuff.
And their houses,
Is it
their
the same
village looks
studio?
like it. It might be. I don't know though. We don't know anything about this. We just watched the trailer.
let's see if there's any trivia on it.
And I cannot get away from Pitbull. I swear. I do not seek out his music. I do not, watch any of his music videos, and yet he shows up in everything, every kid's show.
Well, related, Pitbull's second time voice acting in a theatrical film.
Oh, it's only his second time? Well, he's done the music for... He did a song in the Aquaman movie.
Right.
That's why I can't get away from him.
Right, but this is just his second time voice acting in a theatrical film.
He was like a frog in some weird
Epic.
fantasy. Epic. That was I forgot what that movie was
right
called.
here.
Yeah, he's a frog.
Nick Jones' second time voice acting in a theatrical film.
What was
Good for
epic?
Nick Jones. It was just a weird fantasy. Was that the one with the snails that were the comedic relief and a girl gets shrunk, I think? I can't even remember what the plot was. It was fairies in the woods and a girl gets shrunk and there's an adventure and Pitbull's a frog.
I mean, I think we're ready to give to our review.
I guess so.
Really? Is that it? No like articles or anything?
Well,
There's nothing
really.
that's out.
Well, how long have we gone for? Check that.
I don't know.
I think we've gone for long enough.
Well, these were going to be short.
Yeah.
We've gone for almost 10 minutes or a couple of seconds away. It's a good length for this kind of thing. Other movies will have more material.
I feel like it's too short.
Well, at a certain point, it's going to be too long.
Well, I'd like 20 minutes at least.
20 minutes?
I was thinking something along the 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, if we can...
Because I'm thinking that we're going to be cutting some stuff up and everything.
A little, but I don't see any reason.
Well, we're going to cut the Imperial comment because we don't want that. I don't want
What's wrong with the imperialism comment?
It was just a joke, okay?
Alright, well, I mean...
I was imagining them just coming here and the ugly dolls liberating them, quote unquote, by showing the superior, like, high culture way of being ugly.
Well, my guess is that by the end of the movie, this perfection land is going to be super colorful. It's going to be looking weird. It's going to be looking like
I bet you. Okay,
Ugly Doll Village.
I want to play a game here. Let's play guess who what the antagonist looks like. I want you to
guess what the...
I want you just based right now. What do you think it's gonna look? The main bad guy is gonna look like?
Okay, gray suit.
Gray suit.
He's gonna be wearing a suit.
I'm thinking of an old school woman.
Old school.
With big,
that makes sense. Yeah.
horn glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The white bun hair. She's all like this, and she has a switch. She's like, "What's all this ugliness going on over here?"
Yeah,
that could be it.
I was thinking some kind of Albert Einstein kind of deal because I get a futuristic vibe from this perfection city.
I think like we said, it could be a combination. It could just be that either a teacher or some businessman in a gray suit. For some reason, I'm getting
the businessman thing makes sense because a lot of children's shows, for some reason, children's shows are always vilifying businessmen. Businessmen aren't inherently evil.
I mean, a lot of them are, but
businessmen rights. But yeah, I mean, especially in talking dog movies, it's always an evil businessman. So that would make sense.
I want to tear down the puppy pound to put a golf course on top of it for no reason other than to be evil.
But yeah, that's. I wonder if we should try to like guess more things.
Yeah, we should. So
yeah, we're kind of figuring out this type of episode as we go along.
And I want to. Okay, let's do that.
Vitruvian Man. That's what.
Vitruvian Man. That's it.
Not Leonardo da Vinci's the man. It's Vitruvian.
You all want to bet that the bad guy has like a ineffective comedic sidekick that always gets abused?
Oh, of course. Yeah, let's do it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But we see kids in the trailer. Do we think any of these are going to be like the main kids? Because they're obviously they're setting it up for kids to be majorly involved in the change. Do you think the girl who gets scared, or could be? I don't know.
That's another missed opportunity.
She's unique enough, so she could possibly.
But she has similar hair to that.
They're almost a copy of themselves.
Oh yeah, look at that. They are copies. They're just different colors. Look.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the exact same hair.
It's the same model. One's just darker.
That one's similar.
I think this one is the same as this one as well.
Well, that one in the back, the redhead girl, looks like the blonde girl that you can see up closer too.
Which one?
Well, remember, there's a blonde girl you see closer.
Here, I got those two
has
boys.
The braid around the head with the ponytail.
Yeah. So to kind of explain, give context to what we just said, is that they get to Perfectionville and they scare a bunch of kids, and we're freeze framed on the kids.
Yeah.
And we're just making some observations. So that's kind of what the context of that.
I don't know. I'm wondering about that kid in the middle because he seems like freaked out or sad.
Well, he's kind of happy. He's got a smile on his face.
Well, he's frozen on it, but his face is...
I don't know. You're going to have a movie about ugly dolls, but then you're just going to have, like, kids be the heroes? Why even have ugly dolls?
No, they're not going to be the heroes.
No.
They're going to be a side character. Kind of give an analog for the kids to,
I guess so.
See themselves
right.
in.
But we before we even started, we went on a massive or small tirade about the ugly dog. So
yeah, because Pitbull's character looks like a cat, but he refers to himself as a dog. Is he referring?
And I was arguing that he is an ugly dog because he looks like a cat.
Is that the joke?
He's a bad dog.
But they have actual ugly dog cats that he mentions that are mentioned in the song he's singing. So that's kind of insulting to the ugly dog cats. Isn't it? I don't even know anymore.
These look like dogs.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, the ugly dog cats look more like dogs than the cat saying he's a dog is.
He's wearing...
What am I saying?
Well, that's not their fault because the original... I looked it up. The original ugly dog looks like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
these are all based off of the dolls themselves. I mean, it's not their fault.
But that doesn't make any sense to have cats, ugly doll cats who are literally cats, and then have the ugly doll cat character.
I don't get that aspect.
Call himself a dog.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. It depends.
Because he's a cat, but he looks like a dog. I mean,
I
got to reverse. He says he's a dog, but he looks like a cat.
Right.
But they actually have ugly doll cats in the background of this shot, and they refer to them into the song.
Right. Why don't they look ugly?
Like him? Why don't they look like him? Is my point.
Well,
yeah,
if
and they're not even
ugly cats, then make them ugly cats.
Yeah.
Make them more look like dogs or something ugly. Same thing.
he's
right. Keep him.
He should be emblematic of the way an ugly cat looks like if it's an ugly doll. These other cat characters should not look different than him. They should look like him.
Well, no, because he's an ugly dog. If they're ugly
that's
cats,
true. Well, they should look like dogs in his. What,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. They should be different.
I'm so turned around. I can't even talk about this. I feel like my brain is committing suicide. It's like quantum physics.
This reminds me of the Grinch episode.
Oh.
It's really bad.
And then the birds just look like birds.
Yeah, right, birds just look like birds.
They're just like cute birds. They wouldn't stand out in another like animated show.
Yeah, why are they doing an Ugly Town? Get out of here. You're not ugly enough.
That's actually a compliment, I guess, if Ugly Town kicks you out.
They will deport you if you're not don't meet the ugliness quota.
And that pink thing is just cute. There's nothing ugly about her.
Yeah.
Half of these things are cute.
That guy looks a little dorky, but none of them I would say are ugly.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is just really, really cute. I mean, the actual Ugly Dolls are fairly ugly. Like,
yeah, no, they are. In an endearing way.
Right, an endearing way. These are just kind of cute.
Yeah, these have been...
That's... I mean, I
guess...
didn't
go far enough.
Well, you almost can't, can you?
Well, you could, because like Nightmare Before Christmas, I feel like, is the perfect example of ugly characters.
Right, but you're never going to have any studio exec or any studio person say, you know, these aren't ugly enough. Why aren't they ugly? You know, that doesn't...
But that was the whole point of the original product.
No, I know, but of course they're not going to get that.
It makes no sense to me.
But that's the point. It's
like,
the great irony of it.
Why even do this?
Maybe that's why kids show hate business people.
I guess, because they don't make any sense.
No, but like I said, they almost can't due to like the pressure of just movies, I guess, you know, making a movie.
I mean, I get it. It's just dumb.
They're trying to... I guess this is their attempt at trying to reboot the franchise.
Well, it would have been like, let's do an Angry Birds movie, but the birds aren't angry.
Yeah.
It's the same reasoning here.
I mean, to be fair, not all of them are angry. I mean, only some of them. But they're still angry birds. But
they were angry at least at one point.
Oh, actually, they were angry.
They were angry because their eggs got stolen.
Yeah.
So at least they were for...
It's really comparing this to Angry Birds. Well, I think we probably have gone long enough after that.
Yeah, well, just know this is a pilot for another version of our show.
Yeah.
And it's going to be as messy as any of our regular episodes because we are still very rough at this.
A good lead.
I think I've got a good review for this.
Me too.
And I'll cut them off in the critic and audience. And I'll keep a tally.
Go ahead, give our, critic review.
Yeah. Okay, so my critic review, I'm saying 60... I'm going to give it even 65. I think it might be a little lower.
Wait, fresh?
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll kind of bottom out around the 60 angle.
Really?
It'll be like just endearing enough because like that's where most of these children's films kind of end up in the 60, the late 50s, early 60s area.
So they do take into account that these are children's films. I thought they'd be more highly critical.
I mean, it depends, but most of these children's films I've seen, they normally don't do too awful.
Right.
Even The Grinch, I mean, that's like it's almost a 60. I think it was 60 at one point. It dropped a little below 60.
It's like 57 to 57.
Yeah, 58.
When we reviewed it.
They're always right there. It may slip down into the 50s, but you know what? I'm going to do 63.
63?
Yeah, 65 is too generous, I think.
Okay.
And what about an audience score?
Audience, I'm thinking like 70. I'll do a 75 because audiences normally rate these things higher, and audiences normally like kids' films, and they don't rate them as bad.
They just write like a single sentence, like, "Oh, it was cute."
Yeah,
5 stars.
So my critic review, my critic score, I believe is going to be 63, and my audience is going to be 75. Sorry, 63 and 75.
Yeah. So I
honestly think it's going to be a little lower. I think it's going to be around 51 for critics.
51 for critics,
and maybe like 63 for the audience for me.
Okay.
53 for
I mean, that could be it too.
63. Yeah.
63, sorry.
Like I said, audience members usually rate at least 10 to 20 higher than a critic score. Mm-hmm. However, there are exceptions.
Yes.
I think that critics aren't going to like it as much, so I'm going to give it a 45. I'm giving it the lowest for critics, but I think audiences will rate it higher, so I think I'm going to give audience score I'm thinking a 70.
70?
I think critics aren't going to like it as much. I think it's not going to appeal to critics, so 45, but I think audiences are going to like it enough where it's around the 70 mark.
Yeah.
And when it finally comes out and we'll probably do the review on it, and that's when we'll come back to it when it releases.
Yeah, we should, because we're probably not going to go see it anyway.
No, we're not. So
you can't pay me to see it.
I've got this note saved, so we won't lose it. But
do we want to tally our scores and see if us together gets close, or
we can do that when we get around to it.
If we actually review.
Yeah,
I love how we're saying actually review, as if it's going to be any more informed than this one.
Well, it is, because then we
I guess we'll have reading material.
Yeah, we'll have reading material.
It'll be slightly more informed.
Right.
I mean, a little less useless to this review.
Instead of this trailer.
Yeah.
But, there's a lot to gain from the trailer. We talked about the journey from ugliness to perfection. I think that's where we need to end it.
There's almost no info in the trailer. It's basically a musical segment and then that little snippet of possible plot.
It's more like a teaser.
Yeah, basically it's a glorified teaser.
Yeah. There's going to be music in it, though.
Well, yeah, it's going to be musical, so that might be fun.
Yeah, I think...
Well, they got
I think it'll be kind of like the Trolls movie, where it's kind of inoffensive fun. The critics are like, oh yeah, kids like it, and they rate it fairly highly.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably. I mean, I'm probably going too low on critics, but I think audience, I'm pretty close.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the other movie we're thinking about. The Troll movie?
Yeah, the texture thing is what made me think of that, because everything in the Trolls movie looks kind of fuzzy.
There was a Troll movie. I forgot about it. That's how much of a presence it had.
Well, it did pretty good, so, we're not exactly the demographic anymore.
No.
All right, well, I think that's it.
It went as well as it could have.
Yeah.
All right.
Like always, you can follow us at MuchReviewAN, at MuchReviewAN on Twitter, and you can email us at the same place, muchreviewAN@gmail.com, and you can follow me personally at BD_gruesome. You guys don't have social media.
Right.
I kind of need to change that if you guys are going to be podcast celebrities.
Maybe, but...
Follow me on LinkedIn.
Starting out, I'd probably just piggyback off the
main account.
Yeah, off the main account.
Okay, well, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh!
Oh.